time and space, all of them.
So here we've got the Wild Hunt Longship. Now this is a card which is really supposed to bring the Wild Hunt archetype that's been floating around for quite a while, not really substantial enough, trying to bring it all together and really solidify it into hopefully a playable thing now. So it's a Wild Hunt unit and it will affect all of our tagged Wild Hunt units, and we'll go through those later. You probably know what most of them are already. It's also a machine, but you don't really get any synergies with that as far as I'm aware for monsters. It's a 7 strength bronze, which is okay, a little below average, but its ability, when this unit is on the board, it boosts all of the Wild Hunt units by 1. Or the Wild Hunt allies, should I say. When this is destroyed or locked, it damages all of the Wild Hunt allies by 1. So you buff them, you boost them, but then if the opponent destroys this card, which they will because they'll target it, they'll lose the entire buff as well. So it's got like a bit of a high risk and a bit of a high reward a bit. But I mean, we've got to consider its base strength is 7, which is a little below average. I think, 9 and 10 is about base now for a bronze, it seems. But it will need 3 Wild Hunt units on the board for this to be, about average. And what's really cool though, is that it is retroactive. So if you've got 2 of these on the board, and then you place down a Navigator or a Wild Hunt Warrior or Eredin, something like that, they will get the buff. And Eredin gets it, as well as Imlerith and Caranthir, because these are all Wild Hunt units, and we know golds can be affected now. So what's really cool is they are retroactive, which is really nice. And there's also a little cravat as well. It says when it's destroyed or locked, damage all of our Wild Hunt allies. So you can decoy it. You can decoy it, and the buffs won't be lost, and you can reapply all the buffs again by placing it down again, which is great. It's a shame monsters don't have the field medics from Northern Realms, because that would be great to keep reapplying these buffs. But obviously, they can be destroyed. Now, when you place this guy down, it will boost all other Wild Hunt allies. So it doesn't boost itself. Other versions of this will boost other versions, but you need to place 2 down to start getting them rolling. Which means 7 strength, it's an Alzor, and there may be some other ways to deal with it. I know, like, Leo Bonhart can do 10 damage and stuff like that when he reveals certain cards. So it's not easy to remove, but it is removable, and that's going to be something which we're going to have to see how people play, because you can affect golds with removal now. Removal might be a lot more prevalent, so this guy might not be a good choice because it's going to die easier. It's not going to be actually getting any value, and you lose all your buff as well, which is really kind of really weird. Actually, I don't think many other cards do that. Monsters seem to have the cards which go up but then go down as well. But maybe you can play it in a different way. Maybe you could wait till the end of a round after they've used a lot of their removal and then plonk this guy down, because you'll have a large amount of Wild Hunt. So I think that's probably how it's supposed to be played, as one of your final Wild Hunt units for a big burst of strength, which is really cool. I like the idea of that. I mean, I guess we'll have to evaluate how high this could get, how much value could it get if you plonk it down at the end of a round. Let's say it's 15, it means you need 8 other Wild Hunt units on the board for this to be worth 15. And that means, Navigators are really good for bringing out extra units and having a lot of units on the board. And Eredin is also able to, spawn a Navigator, spawn a Wild Hunt Longship. And Eredin is himself a Wild Hunt unit, as well as Caranthir and Imlerith and stuff. So, there's a lot of them, but will I have 8 on the board? And that's something testing will have to do. So what do you think about the Wild Hunt Longship? Is it enough to make the Wild Hunt archetype actually a reality, or do they need something more? Thanks for watching, everyone. Take care. I'll see you again very soon.
Pam param, pam pam param.